Hey there, Dynamite fans. Come join us here at The Experience this Monday, March 20th at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's our usual time. The whole gang will be here. Hopefully John doesn't call out again. It's annoying when he does that. But no matter what, it's going to be a great time. We're going to have all your favorite Marvel books, DC, Dynamite, and more. So please come join us. Remember, it's The Experience, March 20th, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's a Monday. Right here. Don't miss it.
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. Welcome, in fact, to Rockin Robbie Live. I am your host, Rockin Robbie Bills. Station. Pop, pop, boom. How is everybody doing? Once you jump into the chat, let me know that you're here. Throw up a station, a pop, pop, boom, a hello, whatever you want to do. Just say hello. Let us know that you're here because we got a great show. So Rockin Robbie Live, that's the show where we gather on Sunday nights to talk about comics, movies, pop culture, and a whole lot more. And we got a great show tonight, including the DC sneak peek. DC's got books out this week, believe it or not. I have read them. I'm going to let you know what I thought about them. We also have a Marvel in the 90s, and I do apologize for the late start because totally forgot to read the next part of Extinction Agenda, so I had to get that in. And yes, it was a long comic, because it's comic from the 90s by Louise Simonson, so there's a lot of words. However, we also got show and tell, all that and a lot more, because tonight is a super chat menu night, but we'll get to all that here in just a second. This show, though, is driven, fueled, if you will, by your questions, your thoughts, your comments, and your concerns. So once you get in here, let me know what you want to talk about. What do you want to chat about? Throw it in the chat. That's what we're doing. I want you to, first of all, check out Pop Culture Philosophers on the web at popculturephilosophers.com. You can follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at the Rockin Robbie. You can check out our Shopify account at dynamicforces.myshopify.com/collections/pop-culture-philosophers-shop. That's a lot to get out. There's an easy link in the description below. You can also visit dynamicforces.com and receive 10% off of all of your orders with code Robbie. And you can visit BlackBox Comics and enter PCP10 for 10% of all your purchases there. You can support the channel over at patreon.com /PCP, like these fine PCP patrons right there. And we really do appreciate the support. So a mighty station to each and every single one of you. And you can also support with Super Chat. And yes, tonight we do have the Super Chat menu is available, and we got a new option on it. So let's check it out. First, And so that thing has a slight animation to it, and it only lasts 5 seconds, and that's a problem that I didn't fix, and that's on me, y'all. So that's just going to be something we're going to have to deal with. All right, so just to get back into that, did y'all hear me at all during that? Yes, you did. Surely you did. Hold on. Let's do that one more again. Where is it? I got to make this needs to be color-coded or something. OBS, can we get some color-coded buttons here? That would be easier for me. Completely forgot where we are. All right. Fresh jalapeno. Obviously, we got MegaCon coming up, so we're trying to raise money for funds. We're trying to raise money for the MegaCon experience, but I do got fresh jalapeno peppers right there. We got beer on standby, so station. And, as always, the first shot is free. So, this is, once again, my contraption, Redheaded Slut. It was Jägermeister, peach schnapps, and cranberry juice. These things are rather delicious. So, I can't wait to get to these comments. I'm seeing some funny ones already. Everybody, drop a comment. Let us know that you're here. Station, let's have a good show, everybody. Ugh. Those are dangerously delicious. All right, what's coming up here at PCP? Well, tomorrow night, we continue March Madness 2023 with a look at Lucio Fulci's Don't Torture a Duckling, one of his most highly regarded films. It's got a great panel lined up. Very excited to talk about that. Then Horror Fest continues Saturday night on Dylan's Horror Show, where we're talking about American Psycho. Haven't seen that movie in a while, probably since it first came out, so I'm excited for that. But before tomorrow night's show, and after my show over at the EXP, and before the Don't Torture a Duckling March Madness review, be sure to check out Scarpad's Sci-Fi Sojourns as he continues his look at vacations, sci-fi vacations gone wrong. And we got Scarpad's Sci-Fi Sojourns talking about Total Recall. Very excited for that show as well. So lots of cool excitement coming up here at PCP. And once again, all right, let's take a look at the chat, see what is up. GTK Comic up in the house. What is up, my man? Perry's in the house. Perry Station. Perry just sent me some new bits for Datman Batman. So Datman Batman will be returning next week here on Rockin Robbie Live. Empire Comics in the house. What up, Robbie? What up, PCP Army? Station. How you doing? There's me saying forgot to read a comic for tonight. Show will start at 7:15. Actually started around 7:20-ish. I tried to estimate it right. Evil Face Bad is in the house. The artist formerly known as Jesse Say What? How you doing? We got Taki in the house with a pop, pop, boom. We got Rogue collecting. Circumstances. What is up, my man? Evolving Earth Angel in the house. She says, Perry says it must be a long comic, and it was. We got PJ in the house. We got Todd in the house. John Stout in the house. Evolving Earth Angel says, Station, getting a chocolate shake. Hell yeah. K.O. Hearn. That is Hearn, yeah. K.O., what is up? Did I miss anything? You haven't missed anything because I was late, so there you go. And it starts right now, K.O. We got Comics Joe in the house. Mike is in the house. Station. Psychotronic Squirt Gun, also known as Aaron, is in the house. Hey, everyone, Station. Lars with a question, just a question. Have you read Prince Valiant by Hal Foster, Steve Canyon by Milton Caniff, or Johnny Hazard by Frank Robbins? Yes to Prince Valiant. I used to read that in our newspapers. I don't know if we had a daily strip or if it was just on Sunday, but I would read Prince Valiant there, but I never really knew at that time like who Hal Foster was or the history of it or anything like that. I would love to have the collections, but they're so far into them right now. It's like one of those things. It's almost like impossible. It feels like, at least, to try to like find them and catch up. But no to Steve Canyon and no to Johnny Hazard. I've never read those ones, and I've read a little bit of Prince Valiant, but like I said, it was when I was a kid reading it in the newspaper. CTA Frank is in the house. What is up? Comics Joe says, lasting 5 seconds sounds like my love life. Damn, call yourself out, why don't you? Evolving Earth Angel says, that jalapeno burns on the way in and out. 2-for-1 special. That's right. That's because of, I'm a little bit of a spice lord. I haven't been as intense into it as I have been in the past. So jalapenos are, they shouldn't be too big of a deal, but I haven't really been eating raw peppers in a long time. So I don't know. But between that and yes, regardless of how I can handle it, it may not be so pleasant on the way out. That's why it is where it's at in the super chat menu. We can take a shot together. It's whatever. Trade Paper Dad, what is up? Two Gun Pedro is in the house station. Two Gun Pedro with a great recommendation last night for DHS, Dylan's Horror Show. Link in the description below. I love doing Dylan's Horror Show, and I love the conversations that we have. And Two Gun Pedro picked some really interesting movies that lead to really great conversations. And last night, he picked a movie, sent it to me and Dylan, called Triangle from 2009. I was enamored with it. So was Fable. Steph and Verno and Dylan liked it, and Scarpad didn't like it, but it led to a crazy conversation. And it was a good conversation, and it was fun. And I'll tell you what, that conversation continued into the DHS back chat this morning, and we all had some fun with it. So we all love each other. We can stand each other, and we all respect each other's opinions and all that. But that was a really cool movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Two Gun Pedro, thank you so much for that. We got Manic23. What is up? Hey, from late night UK. I'm a smoker, not a drinker. I'd be smashed on that. I don't want to get too smashed or nothing, but we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun here. What's up, James? What's up, William? John Wick 4 this week. I know. We just had Shazam. I haven't watched it yet. Still haven't watched Ant-Man. I did watch Scream 6. Let me know how far down the priority list comic book superhero movies are becoming for me. And there's a piece of me that's kind of sad about that. But there's a piece of me that also kind of understands it, because here lately, I haven't really been super enthralled with superhero movies. Do I want to be? Yes. Does that mean that I don't think Shazam 2 is going to be worth watching? No. But the marketing didn't do anything for me. That was a terrible trailer that they cut together. All of them. I just was not, I don't know, trailer didn't do much for me. I was excited to see Ant-Man, but I still haven't seen either of them. But I had to go see Scream 6. Why? Because I didn't want anything to be spoiled for me on Scream 6. And, horror movies are my bag, and I love the Scream franchise. Hey, we got Mark McGrath in the house. Every morning there's a heartache hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed. And we got that Geek Mark from Geeks Unleashed. What is up? Another UK fan. How you doing? We got Helena in the house. Hello. Everybody's saying, what's up? Yeah, I love this. What an absolute fantastic community we have here. I love you guys. Lost my place in the chat a little bit. Sleepy Reader 666. What is up, Damien? How you doing, buddy? Evolving Earth Angel says, it's so funny when everyone likes something and Scarpaz like, fuck that movie. You got it. Hey, we got Billy Powermax in the house. Bro, you looking good? You been hitting them deadlifts? Be careful. Don't pull something. Twitch, what is up? Pour one out for, Lance Reddick from John Wick, and he was in The Wire. Is it Lance? Yeah, Lance Reddick. Hated to hear that. Really did hate to hear that. I've never seen The Wire. I've seen him in other things. Definitely have seen him in the John Wick trilogy. So, yeah, that's definitely a loss. Mark McGrath says, Two Gun, if you enjoy Triangle, have you ever seen Time Crimes? I personally have not, I'll tell you that. Todd says, what do you think of the news that Del Toro is directing a new Frankenstein starring Mia Goth from X and Pearl? I think it's fantastic. I'm a huge fan of Mia Goth. I'm a huge fan of Guillermo del Toro. I'm a huge fan of Frankenstein. Also, Oscar Isaac is in it, right? And who else? Somebody else. It's Mia Goth, Oscar Isaac, and is Oscar Isaac playing the doctor or is he playing the monster? Andrew Garfield. Now it seems like between Andrew Garfield and Oscar Isaac that Oscar Isaac would be playing the monster, Andrew Garfield would be playing the doctor, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for that. Marketing? What marketing? Exactly. They're like, how are we going to market this movie? We've already told everybody this whole thing's done. James Gunn's rebooting everything. Or is he? We got Kenneth in the house. What is up? What's the menu looking like? Well, the menu looks like this. That is just going to keep cutting out every 5 seconds. I got to take care of this right now. Bear with me, y'all. This is live YouTube. This is what happens. I appreciate that we have, and by the way, a good friend of mine made that for me. And also the promo. If you're part of Instagram, if you follow us on Instagram, if you're part of the PCP Army, on Facebook, you saw a little promo that I did. There we go. All right, let me fix this real quick. Da-da-ba-ba-da. All right, just a minute. Where did that save to? What's going on here? Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. All right, now we should be good. So let's do that again. So tonight's super chat menu goes... So that's what the menu's looking like, Twitch. All right, and we got... we'll address this in a second. It's the fucking jalapenos the first thing. All right, Todd, 2 jalapenos. Okay. We're going to get down to that. We're going to get... I always regret these things when I... Let me get through the chat, though, and get caught up to that. Let's see, where were we? Trade Paper Dad says, my kids want to see Shazam too, so I'm forced to. I mean, I'm going to see it, and maybe at some point, it's about to be busy. Like this week's John Wick, I definitely want to watch that. That is a must. But maybe I'll go do a double feature or something, or maybe I'll try to carve out some time to go see Ant-Man and Shazam as well. But we got MegaCon coming up, and it's all this and that, and it is what it is. William in the house, how you doing, y'all? Lars says, having too many movies based on Marvel and DC Comics, I am getting kind of bored. I can feel that. It's definitely a little bit of fatigue going on, but all it takes is just a series of some good ones, like a series of really good ones to kind of bring me back into it. We'll see what happens, though. Big hands, little cell phone keyboard. I completely understand Twitch, completely. Oh, speaking of, everybody who has bought a mystery box over the last couple months should have their mystery boxes now. And so we are opening up more mystery boxes. They are now available. Only 10 are available for this week. They're $30 each. They will contain comics, graphic novels, trading cards. They will contain maybe some toys, some original art from me, something like that. But it's always really fun and really cool. So PCP Mystery Box is now available for $30. That includes shipping. And if you're interested, just email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. And once again, The Wire is greatness, definitely worth it. Yeah, I definitely have to check that out. Damien, Sleepy Reader 666 says, get more excited for new Marvel TV than movies right now. I can feel it. I'm excited to see what happens with Loki, for instance. Thank you, Helena. Helena did the super chat menu for me. And I think she did a fantastic job. Which is fine. I just need to make sure that next time I download it longer. Comics by the Bay is in the house. What is up? No, I have not gotten around to watching Barbarella yet. The only Frankenstein edition I have got is the one illustrated by Bernie Wrightson. I have that one as well. Love Bernie Wrightson stuff on there. Fresh jalapeno is tempting. All right, well, here we go. Twitch says, $25 super chat. Thank you so much. Got to get this in early because it will be hell after the drinks. This is a huge, huge jalapeno. So, Twitch, I appreciate you for getting jalapeno. I tried to do the bit jalapeno business, but whatever. That's what we do. All right, one jalapeno. We got Comics by the Bay. Was one saying I want it. That's what we're doing. What's up, Southpaw Brad? How you doing? That isn't too bad. Now, Stanley's cutting out with the super chat menu. Not anymore, right? Yeah, now we're good. Yeah, y'all should always tell me. So, I was ordering food from Aldi the other day. And I thought that I was ordering 3 individual jalapenos. In fact, I was ordering 3 bags of jalapenos. Well, I got a shit ton of these. Man, oh man. I didn't realize how long it was going to take to eat one of these. James says, it's got some heat to it. James says, took the wife and kids to Scream and Shazam. We enjoyed both movies quite a bit. How old are your kids? You taking a 6-year-old to see Scream 6? No judgment, I'm just messing around. Figure drawing, what is up? There you go. 1 down. Second one. Maybe next time I can get Serranos or something. This may be a little bit too easy, y'all. Why is that jalapeno so big? I know, they're huge. They're huge, man. Southpaw Brad says, Robbie, are you going to HeroesCon this year? Absolutely, I'm going to HeroesCon this year, man. I wouldn't miss HeroesCon for anything. I would forego every con if I could only pick one con, including my hometown show. I would go to HeroesCon. HeroesCon is by far the best comic convention out there. It's the place to go to meet creators. And so many. They already got a fantastic guest list. And if you're at Heroes Con and you're like, man, I'm looking around for Rockin Robbie, I can't find him, just go to the Cartoonist Kayfabe booth. I'll wander around there eventually. Comics by the Bay says, yes, this is my kind of stream. Me too. I didn't realize how long it was going to take to eat one of those jalapenos. So I'm sorry if that wasn't very exciting. But we got a second one coming up. All right, what's going on here? Okay. But yes, I am going to Heroes Con. If you're going to be at Heroes Con, definitely let me know. I'll be at MegaCon. I'll be at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. I'll be at Heroes Con, and then Memphis Comic Expo, which has a fantastic guest list already. Kevin Eastman, Garth Ennis, Brian Polito, Christopher Priest, Ann Nacenti, Alan Davis. I mean, right? What a guest list already. Second jalapeno. Okay, that one's hotter. That one's hotter. Okay, that one's hotter. The inconsistencies. God. Oh my God. This one's hotter. Okay. All right, this one's hotter. Either it's hotter or it's just, no, this was hotter. Get through this. By the way, the jalapeno thing wasn't necessarily my idea. If you ever eat a pepper, whether it's a jalapeno or whether it's a more... I used to eat habaneros. Not so much anymore, huh? Always fight the battle in your mouth. Better to fight it in your mouth than your stomach. These are so damn inconsistent. This one's hot. This one's hot. I'm going to comments here in a second. You gotta bear with me. Yeah, make sure you chew. That bite wasn't that bad. Okay. It's getting us going, man. Woo! 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 God, it takes so long to chew. I did fix the sound on the super chat menu, right? You can hear me now. You can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me. Last bite. Okay, this one's hot. Yeah, you look in the Scoville scale of stuff. And it's like jalapeno is like 1 to 5 or something like that. That's what it is. She got a napkin. Okay. 2 jalapenos. Guys, please, let's just take it easy on that one for a minute. That second one was hot. The first one was not hot, as you could tell. Second one, pretty hot. Very hot. That's pretty hot. Okay. Not the hottest thing I've eaten. Aaron says, yeah, this stream is an upper for sure. What's it taste like? It tastes like a slightly spicy bell pepper. Comics by the Bay says, Robbie, I'll cheers you a jalapeno at MegaCon if you're there on Saturday. I will be there. Wait till you have to eat the second one. Maybe that was the issue. One's fine. Second one was, woo. 14, 12, and 7. 7-year-old girl loves horror movies, may need therapy in the future, but the family loves scary movies. My family loves scary movies as well. Man. Why was that jalapeno so hot? Figure Drawing says, is that jalapeno hot? I had one yesterday that was hot. They can vary, obviously. Yeah. That one was a little hot. But we use it to center ourselves. Easy Reader says, you're a brave man, Robbie. Well, not really, right? I don't need no milk. I ain't got no milk anyway. I got some almond milk, actually. We don't need it. We're good. We're good. All right, yeah, Heroes Guard Crew. That one's lingering. Lena says, bro, I'd buy this man a jalapeno just to have him complain it's not hot enough and that it takes too long to eat. This is the best. Heroes Con is not in Alabama, Perry. It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. We good. Death Rattle says, thought the new Shazam was pretty bad compared to the first one. Also, the Scream franchise is pretty corny in my opinion. Give me the old school Freddy, Jason, Michael horror movies. Hell yeah, I get what you're saying. Not every horror franchise is for everybody. But horror franchises are for everybody. Man. All right, we're putting a hold on the jalapeno one until at least after the next break. I just downed a beer, pretty much. We got to slow up. I forgot I had this energy drink. And I got jalapeno all up in my teeth. It's jalapeno in my teeth. I can't do it. Tyler, what's up? It's been a while for me. Happy to hang with the PCP Army on a Sunday night. Hell yeah. Ugh. Oh no, here comes the fire. Yep. I see that forehead glistening now. Yeah, my bracket's been busted. Milk isn't on the menu. It's not. Hey, Bueller, Comics with Bueller. I'll be seeing you at MegaCon. Are we paying Robbie to get drunk again? Is that what you're saying? I guess, maybe. We're just a fucking... Throw jalapenos on the Super Chat menu. It'll be fun. You can handle it. You'll impress everybody. Yeah, water just spreads the heat around. I get it. I understand. I don't care. Man, I am definitely not a spice lord like I used to be. I'll tell you that. Interfacer is in the house. What is up, my man? Comics Joe says, I had a choice to go watch Shazam 2 or go to my comic shop to dig through short boxes. I found some great trades. Wolverine Origins when he meets Captain America for the first time, and City of Bane. Nice move. Where's the DC sneak peek? DC sneak peek's coming up soon. But Bueller says, that's awesome. Hello, everyone. Let's light this guy up. Twist says, we'll get you back in shape for the chip challenge again. Don't worry. And then Helena with Super Chat. Her first Super Chat. I don't know how to change the amount, but I wanted to buy another jalapeno. No. That's a $20 Super Chat. That's a shot. Some nice cold shots. Thank you, Helena. There we go. Who said spicy butthole? Hey, Jay, what is up? What a hot man. Well, thank you. That second one was hot. Now, here's the thing. Was it the compounding nature of eating two back to back? Or was that second one genuinely hotter? Now, the thing is, peppers vary in their heat levels. So I ate one. That was fine. I felt so bold. I was like, yeah, I got this. Throw in another one. Bruh. Shit lit me up, man. I'm calming down now. But that shit lit me up. Thank God for whatever glitch happened to Helena's super chat, so I didn't have to eat another one immediately after that. If I do 5, can we count that as another jalapeno? No! No. Please no. What's up, Funk Comics 814? What's really annoying me now is I got this stuck in my teeth. Nah, I can't do that here. You found a pissed off pepper. Remember, wash them hands before you pee. Wish I had that advice when I ate one. Yeah, bruh. I have had some problems before with eating spicy stuff and not washing my hands. The truth of spice is that it's not actually a flavor. It's the sensation of pain from a chemical irritant similar to poison ivy. Yeah, it's capsaicin. Oh my God, you're a poor bum. Don't worry. I'll give you all a play-by-play in the PCP Army tomorrow morning. And we got a $50 super chat from Davian Station. Time to chug a beer. All right. A little gassy with the jalapenos. So here we go. Gotta make sure I can breathe first. All right. Ah, there you go. What if I just like harfed all over the place? What if I just down that, between that and the peppers, I just... Anyway, thanks so much for the super chats. Really do appreciate it. I deserve this. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a none of who. Had a sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit. Now he Oh, my stomach, y'all. Not feeling so good, Mr. Stark. Oh. 2 jalapenos, down a beer, and a couple shots. Yeah, Robbie, let's do that within 30 minutes. That's a great idea. That's totally worth it. Ugh. All right. Maybe you need some bread to eat. I do have bread. Bueller says Robbie needs MegaCon monies. Yep, that's what we're doing. There's something in my stomach right now, and it feels like it's coalescing into just one thing. One lump of discomfort. Probably need a burp. I feel so much. I feel so much bad. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. How's everybody doing? You love this so much, huh? Yeah. I bet you do. Yes, what a spicy man. Another fun fact, metal has no odor and you can't smell it. So why do people say it smells like blood smells like copper? What is the actual thing that we're smelling then? My favorite 1980s movie? I'm assuming 1980s, not 1880s. Now, you know we don't fake the funk here because that's some gassy peppers and some gassy beer. Anyway, nobody wants me to drink some water? It's going to be a long night, Robbie. All right. But metal can react to the oils in your hands, sense the odor. There you go. My favorite 1980s film is by far... Oh, that's tough. I mean, really think about this. It's probably Blade Runner. But I want to say Gremlins. Gremlins. I'll say Gremlins and Blade Runner. Can we do that? Just Gremlins and Blade Runner. And they're like this. They're like fighting. They're fighting for it. Does almond milk calm the burn? We need to know for science. It calms the burn a little bit, but just kind of like milk. Like it calms the burn while it's in your mouth. But the heat will come back depending on the... It doesn't necessarily... It's like... It's not perfect. Like if you're eating hot pepper, and especially a super hot, I would recommend vanilla ice cream over milk. Milk will make you feel worse, I think, because I am so fucking gassy right now. Milk will make me feel worse because I don't really like drinking milk, and drinking too much milk makes me kind of feel sick, right? So there's that. That's not a shot, Robbie. I'm buying you Fireball. Fireball? I mean, I'll take a shot of Fireball, but this is a shot. This has got Jägermeister and peach schnapps in it. And some cranberry juice. It's fine. That's a shot. We'll go to a bar sometimes, Jay, and I'll buy you a shot of a redheaded slut. It's great. They're fine. You can make a blonde-headed slut with pineapple juice. It's delicious. But yes, if you guys want to see me, and especially you, Jay, if you want to see me do shots of Fireball one night, maybe we'll do that. But those shots are going to be a little bit more expensive. Schrodinger's jalapeno, spicy and normal at the same time. Hell, absolutely. Hey, Fable is here. Station, my man. How you doing, Fable? Fable and Two Gun are my triangle brothers. Damien says, impressive. I haven't chugged a beer like that since my 20s. Well, next time you do a live stream, I'm going to throw you a $50 super chat so you can chug a fucking beer. How about that? But it will be easier, I'm sure, if as long as you don't eat 2 jalapeno peppers right before. Those are giant. Nah, seriously, though, thank you. Thank you for the... I try to be impressive. Mr. Marv says, well done, Robbie. Most people would trade spots with you easily, but that pepper was hot. I can tell. Well, thank you. John says, Damien will fix that at SummerCon. Twitch says, I'm just sitting here eating peaches and cottage cheese. You know, I love cottage cheese, but I don't like eating it with fruit. I know a lot of people do. I don't. I just eat it straight out the fucking blah, 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 like raw. I just raw dog it. What the fuck? I wonder what it would feel like to stick my dick in cottage cheese. I don't know why I said that. Man, what's going on tonight, man? Why did I even bother to read that Marvel in the 90s book, man? Are we even going to get to that tonight? Just remember that it will burn on the way up. Yeah, I'm not going to throw up. I feel fine now. It was just I was super gassy. I just ate 2 jalapenos, chugged a beer. Maybe you'll have to finish the show lying down. Huh. Maybe. What's up, Phil? How are you doing? Might see Robbie hurl on a live stream, and I hope not. I hope not. I really do hope not. All right, so one collection down says favorite 80s film. That's tough. So that's the question that was to me. I said Blade Runner and Gremlins. It's kind of between the two because it's like Blade Runner is, I think, one of the greatest films of the 80s. And Gremlins is one of my absolute favorite films, so I love both. I wanted to easily say Gremlins, but then I realized that when I do my top 5 movies list, I don't have Gremlins in there. We're not faking the funk here, y'all. I'm sure that the burping is obnoxious to some people, but it's a natural thing, and it's better than me hurling across the fucking studio and ruining my laptop. That's great. So I want to know what your favorite 80s film is. But yeah, I have to rethink my top 5 favorite movies now because, like, why is Gremlins not on there? Gremlins is absolutely one of my favorite movies of all time. I can watch Gremlins anytime. Dun 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 dun. TV at its finest, Pedro. Psychotronic Squirt Gun. Aaron says Blade Runner for sure. They Live as well. Yeah, They Live. The Thing. The Thing. I mean, 1982 alone has some of the best ever. Helena with the $1 super chat encouraging me to drink water, which don't have in front of me. We'll drink water. We'll do the water on after the break. Water. Thank you so much. We like. Now, have you seen somebody hurl on the channel before on a live stream? Kinda. You saw J Strick hurl when we did the one chip challenge. You also saw me get wrecked. Like I ended the fucking stream because I felt like there was like a little alien xenomorph baby about to fucking rip out of my stomach, right? And then we came back for a little bit more back chat after I kind of calmed down. We also have me eating we did the Death Knot challenge, and I've eaten a Carolina Reaper here on the stream. And you can see what happens when I drink too much milk. I go, oh. Anyway. Mike06, Station Mike. Eating Lay's potato chips and Sour Patch Kids will cut the heat with a quickness. You are right about that. We learned that, me and Mike did, from Gordon Ramsay when he was on Hot Ones, because he was bringing all this stuff. And he said sour, sweet, salty, sour, sweet, salty. Like, you're basically, like, shocking your taste buds, right? Got to get you some Crown Apple. I think you've said that before, Perry. I have to check that out. You like your goat cheese raw. You raw dog that goat cheese. I was not expecting this. Oh, okay. Where are we at? Zach, what is up? How you doing, Zach? You going to be at the expo this year? Because Zach Morris is going to be there. I'm so excited. I hope you're back at the expo. I'd love to see you. PCP won't have a booth this year. We're not there selling our boxes and shit. But we will be there. We're going to be at the Liana Kangas booth because Liana is our guest. We are bringing her in to our town for this con, and we're going to hang out with her, and it's going to be great. Would love to see the Super Chat menu on Blame Fable tonight or DHS. Oh, that would be fun. DHS isn't ready for Super Chats yet, but very close. Everybody, if you want to see a Super Chat menu on Dylan's Horror Show, go and watch a bunch of Dylan's Horror Show, and let's get him up to the watch time amount that he needs. Jim Mint Collectibles is in the house. How you been, bruh? Long time no see. Why haven't I reached out to you to say what's up? Bruh, how you doing? Happy to see you. Are you going to be at MegaCon? I got to talk to you about that, because if you're there, we're going to hang out. Me, you, and Bueller. Is Tom going to be there? I mean, we could have... Perry's going to be there, right? Perry, you're going to be there, right? Come on, y'all. Wouldn't you like to see the Mount Rushmore of comics YouTube? Jim Mint, man, loving the work that you're doing in your studio. I am so goddamn jealous. I got this tiny little room, comics, movies, boxes, toys all over the place. All like, it looks nice this way, doesn't it? Not over there. I'm so envious of you, bro. $100 super chat for the cottage cheese. Are you saying that if somebody gives me $100 super chat, you want to see me eat an entire container of cottage cheese? I don't know. I got 2 jalapeno peppers, 2 beers, a Monster Energy drink, and 2 shots in my fucking gut right now. How many beers has I had? Jesus. What is going on? How many beers have I had? 2. 2 beers, 2 jalapenos, 1 shot. 2 shots. 2 shots. That's like that George Thorogood song. Is that George Thorogood? Right? That's George Thorogood, right? It's like the 2 shots, 1 whiskey, and 1 beer or something. I don't fucking remember. Mike knows what I'm talking about. Like cold apple pie. Oh, and a super chat from Jay to encourage me to drink some water. That's 2 waters, 2 sips of water. Thank you so much. And also, your first super chat. So thank you so much for the support of the channel. All right, now we got some 80s movies coming in here. Let us know, what's your favorite 80s movie? Twitch says The Princess Bride. John Stout says The Lost Boys. Cry, little sister. Jay says Rocky 4. Hell yeah. Can't wait for the Rocky stream. By the way, next week here on Rockin Robbie Live, we will be revealing the April lineup for PCP Movie Night. PJ says Aliens. Sleepy Reader says Brazil by Terry Gilliam. I love Brazil. We covered that last year on PCP Movie Night, Damien. God, we should have had you on for that. I love that movie. Todd says, I know I'm probably alone in this, but I've never liked Gremlins. However, Gremlins 2 is awesome. It's the closest we'll get to a quality live-action Looney Tunes. Well, I'll tell you this. I respect your opinion, no matter how wrong I think it is. No, your opinion's right. That's fine. It's coming again. This is the gassiest I've ever been on a stream. I don't know if it was the beer or the jalapeno. I mean, I've chugged beers on the stream before, but I've never eaten 2 jalapenos on the stream before. Maybe that's the thing. All right, so here's the thing. What you said about Gremlins 2 being awesome, but you don't like Gremlins 1 is ridiculous to me almost, just because most people have the opposite opinion, that they like Gremlins, but they hate Gremlins 2. And then there are people like me that love fucking both of them. I love both of them. And I get what you're saying about Gremlins 2, the new batch, being like a Looney Tunes live-action film. You're right, 100%. However, I will say that Joe Dante, who did Gremlins 1 and 2, also did Looney Tunes Back in Action, which is nowhere near the level of either Gremlins movie. However, I personally love that movie. Why? Brendan Fraser, I think, does a great job, but my favorite bit in there, my favorite Looney Tunes character, here you go. Not only what is your favorite 80s movie, y'all, who is your favorite Looney Tunes character? I want to know, because my favorite is Daffy Duck. And Daffy Duck steals the Batmobile in Looney Tunes Back in Action. And I love that. But you're right. Gremlins 2 is definitely a Looney Tunes type thing. And that's the Joe Dante style. Lars says, Blade Runner is the greatest film ever. Another 80s favorite is Angel Heart, and the following novel, Angel's Inferno, also by William Hortzberg. I think when we just had Ron V on the show, and I think he mentioned Angel Heart being a major influence on one of his works. This is not pleasurable gas release, y'all. This is actually kind of painful. Fable still can't decide. CTA Frank says Empire Strikes Back. Fable's just like, all my favorite movies are 80s movies. All my favorite movies are 80s movies. I don't know what to say. His head's going to explode. It's going to do a pop, pop, boom, you know? Crown Royal Apple is amazing, says Twitch. Really? Is it? Really? I don't usually go for flavored, like, whiskeys and shit like that. I mean, I was in my 20s at one time. I loved Pinnacle Whipped. Remember those gremlins in the rafters in the old WB store? No, I never had a WB store. We had the Disney store. But they would have gremlins up there in the rafters? That's super cool. Field of Dreams is a very close second, says PJ. Missed the gym of the week. So Jim Min says, not sure. Oh, man, I hope you're at MegaCon. That would be so fun. That'd be so fun. Circumstances says, damn, it's going down at MegaCon. It is. Circumstances, you going to be there? I hope so. Jelani's in the house being all fancy. Jelani is drinking martinis and having fancy cheeses and meats. Bruh, I'm eating fresh jalapenos, chugging beers, and taking redheaded sluts. Sounds like a good night, doesn't it? One bourbon, one shot, one beer. Thank you, that's right. Just 2 beers, officer. Monster Squad, Kelvin, I love that movie. Yes, Elena, Roadhouse does count. Roadhouse is a great movie. You should definitely, anybody who likes Roadhouse, check out our movie review we did of Roadhouse that also had Bueller. I think it was the only time Bueller's ever joined us for a movie review. May also be the only time I've actually asked him. James says Goonies or Back to the Future. Mr. Marv says Last Starfighter. What about Starman? That's a good one. It's not one of my favorites, but it's good. The Name Changes is in the house. What's up? Lost in Comics Station. Our homies at Lost in Comics. Yeah, that's right. Chris and the Pouch. They're going to be at Heroes Con as well. They just got their press badges. Super excited, bro. You reminded me. I was like, oh, I need to go ahead and set that up too. I got turned down for a press badge at MegaCon. How fucked up is that? Plus, they got a thing on their website where they're like featuring these YouTubers. And there's some YouTubers I've never even fucking heard of. Where are me and Bueller on that list? Come on. You know, if Rockin Robbie and Bueller are at a con together, it's going to be the most banging con ever. Outside of a Heroes Con. Fable has finally made up his mind. He says Transformers from 1986. Okay. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. The Name Changes says, tried to watch Triangle last night on Prime. It was above me. I couldn't follow anything about it. Oh, man. Try it again. Like Two Gun says, watch it twice. Take notes. Twitch says, I like Gremlins 2 more, but I do like Gremlins. All right, we got some absolute favorite Looney Tunes characters here. Damien says Daffy Duck. Bruh, I knew there was something I liked about you. Fable says Roadrunner. That's a good pick. Jelani with a $1 super chat. That's 3 waters to drink. Thank you. John Stout says, I love Angel Heart. Elena wants super chat menu again. Super chat menu is as follows. $1 to encourage me to drink some water. $5 for a beer cheers. $10 for the Hellboy song. $20, I'll take a shot. We're not doing the 25 one right now. We're not doing that. I'm taking that off the menu right now. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't. The next one's going to be easy, I'm pretty sure, but don't worry about it. $50, I'll chug a beer. I'm just so frickin' gassy right now. It's ridiculous. Ugh. It doesn't feel good either. Did you see the news that Jose Altuve is out with a fractured thumb for a while? Yeah, I saw that news. You know what my reaction is? Good. Fuck the Astros. I hate those assholes. The Houston assholes, I hate them, guys. That's just me being bitter. I don't want to offend any Astros fans. Great franchise. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But fucking A, man. I'm glad. Anyway, moving on. I was 3 sheets to the wind. That didn't help me. Yeah, Triangle is not the movie to watch when you've been buzzed. When you've been buzzing. You know what I'm saying? No, not at all. Lars says, another favorite from the 80s is Excalibur, directed by John Boorman, the best adaptation of the Arthurian legend. Two Gun Pedro says his favorite Looney Tunes character is Pepe Le Pew. Fable says, absolutely, brother. Too many iconic action, horror, sci-fi, comedy, and etc. So many good 80s movies. Absolutely. Todd says, that's a tough one, speaking of Looney Tunes characters, but I have to go with Daffy as my favorite. Yeah, I love the Daffy love. Ugh. What's going on? Pleasurable gas release, my favorite phrase of the night. Going to have to start using that to defend myself while farting around my wife. Evil Face Bad says, Superman Lost was fire. I'm a Dark Crystal movie fan. Love dark fantasy. Hell yeah. Sleepy Reader 666 says, oh, Excalibur. That was a great one. Aaron says, I'll admit, Brazil was a great one. I love Time Bandits too. Yes. I love almost anything by Terry Gilliam. Trade Paper Death says, Bugs Bunny is the best Looney Tunes character. Arguably. Lost in Comics says, can't wait for Heroes Con. It's going down. MegaCon's silly with their press requirements. Yeah, I think it's because they have so many actual celebrity guests. You know, they have like John Bernthal. They got Charlie Cox. They got John Cleese. They got the whole cast of Cobra Kai, basically. The whole cast of the first Scream, basically. They got a lot of like people. And like, I'm not trying to get access to that. I'm just trying to get in for free. But don't worry. The PCP Army has got that covered. So we're good. Jay says, I guess I'll put my $25 away. Well, you can bring it. If you're still watching after the first break, maybe I'll be bold enough to bring it back. I'll bring it back after the first break. I feel good now. I feel bold again. Now I feel bold. I'm having the endorphins kicking in. You know, I've been drinking. I feel good. Twitch says, Marvin the Martian was always a favorite. What do you mean no more jalapenos? I said I'm thinking about taking it off the menu. I wasn't expecting 2 right off the bat, and I wasn't expecting that second one to hit me so much. You know what, though? They'll be back on the menu at the next break. After the next break. Looks like jalapenos are back on the menu, boys. We'll get to there. Beers are easier to chug in a glass, not in the can. Yeah, well, we don't do it the easy way here, Mr. Marv. We do it the over hard way. Yes, the Houston Asterix. That's one of my favorite t-shirts. Choco's 26. Team USA versus Cuba on Tuesday at 7. Yeah, we just had this amazing comeback. What team did... I can't remember who we were playing against. But yeah, go USA. World Baseball Classic, baby. I've been watching since the very first one. Actually, I haven't watched any of this baseball classic. I need to do that. I remember the inaugural World Baseball Classic, though. I loved it. John says, Jay, say 5 and make him take another shot. Smoke Ghost, what is up? Choco says, my favorite is Daffy Duck. Speedy Gonzalez, my second favorite. Peter says, Akira as favorite 80s movie. That's a good one. Kit Cloud Kicker's in the house. I hate jalapenos. That taste, it destroys my taste buds. I remember them from Church's Chicken, not a fan. Church's Chicken had those weird, like, soggy, slimy jalapenos. Yeah, I remember that. Smoke Ghost says, love the channel. Well, thank you for that. Jelani's favorite Looney Tunes character is Bugs Bunny. Lost in Comics is going Taz. Mike06 says, Gossamer is a favorite Looney Tunes character. That's the monster with the tennis shoes, right? William says, Daffy Duck's Quack Busters. We got some more Daffy there. PJ likes Daffy. Jelani says, I missed June bugs on Cartoon Network. Well, the cool thing is, we can do that whenever we want. We got the internet now, right? Venezuela, that's right, thank you. Came back against Cuba. Wait, what? Did we come back against Cuba or Venezuela? Y'all confusing me now. Liquid courage in effect. Venezuela, there we go. Are you drunk? I don't know, Twitch. Have you been eating jalapenos and chugging beers? Oh, Smoke, you're right. The Beastmasters is awesome 80s. We reviewed Beastmasters, had a great conversation. Any 80s movie from any genre? Yes. Elmer Fudd's a good one, Lars. All right, we've been bullshitting enough. We've been live for over an hour. What's going on tonight? It's time to officially start the show with our first five. I usually sing it, but I just didn't know. All right, so we're going through this 1985 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man set, and we're actually going to complete it tonight because I found out I don't have any of the bonus ones or whatever. So we're going through the Carnage USA. There's Carnage in San Francisco. There he is on one of those trains that they have, and on the back it's to Shriek, a postcard to Shriek. Dear Shriek, cable cars, that's what they're called. Cable cars, the San Francisco treat. The sweet music of metal against metal as the car jumps the rail. The melodic mixture of cries of anguish and fear. The tuneful shattering of glass. And the harmonic climax of electric explosions. How it reminds me of you. I hope to see you soon. I left a heart or two here for you. Fondly, Carnage. Then we've got Carnage at Mount Rushmore. Pretty dope card. This one's to J. Jonah Jameson. Excuse me. Stop the presses. Someone had the gall to go carving into the mountainside here and neglected to invite me. That's okay, though. I just did a bit of a touch-up, sculpting of my own. The result, well, let's just say everyone's a critic. I mean, it looks like he just took the jaw off of one of them, but whatever. That's fine. And then we can appreciate this one. It's a baseball reference. It's Carnage at Wrigley Field. This one's to Spider-Man. Take me out to the ball game. It's bases loaded, Spidey, and I'm all up to bat. Now, I may not know the rules of the game that well, but I made a lot more than 3 strikes, and I'm not out yet. The way I play, you won't need a 7th inning stretch. You'll need a 7th inning stretcher. That's a weird stretch. Then we got, to finish the Carnage USA bit, Carnage at Coney Island. These are all really cool cards. The artist of all of these is Gail Heimbach. This is another postcard to Shriek. Do you know what the greatest sound in the world is? I mean, aside from your own lovely voice. The sweet gradual fade of a man's scream as he falls to his death. Rickety old roller coasters are for wimps. Allow me to introduce you to the latest thrill ride, the Carnage. Then we've got Arachnophobias. What? These are characters that Miles Warren experimented on. So we're going to start and end the first 5 here. We're going to start the Arachnophobias with Clawhide. Rollin', 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 keep them moving something. Oh, so it's Rhino and Puma mixed together gives us Clawhide. I see what's going on here. And that's Jean-Pierre Targit. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, that has been your first 5. All right, and now that we are officially kicked off, we're going to take a break. When we come back, the DC sneak peek. And that's right, when we come back, jalapenos are back on the menus. And maybe we even got some Marvel in the 90s coming up. I don't know. We'll be right back here on Rockin Robbie Live.
Hey there, Dynamite fans. Come join us here at the Experience this Monday, March 20th at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's our usual time. The whole gang will be here. Hopefully John doesn't call out again. It's annoying when he does that. But no matter what, it's going to be a great time. We're going to have all your favorite Marvel books, DC, Dynamite, and more. So please come join us. Remember, it's the Experience, March 20th, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's a Monday. Right here. Don't miss it.
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Rockin Robbie Live here on Pop Culture Philosophers, the show where we gather and talk about movies, comics, pop culture, and a whole lot more. I am your host, Rockin Robbie Billups, and I just want to say, station, pop, pop, boom. That's right, everybody. How's everybody doing? We've already had a great show tonight. It's been fun. I'm good. I'm doing good, y'all. I feel good. Coming up, we got the DC sneak peek. We got Marvel in the 90s. We got show and tell, all of that and more, including our super chat menu. But first, I want to say you should follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can find podcasts and more at popculturephilosophers.com. You can get $15 in Whatnot credit. That's right. This is for new users at Whatnot. You can do it at whatnot.com/invite/the Rockin Robbie. You can follow me on Twitter at the Rockin Robbie as well. You can save 10% at dynamicforces.com when you enter code Robbie at checkout. Also, I got a Kickstarter that's going right now, a Re-Animator book by Cullen Bunn, and there's a special cover of me drawn on as one of Herbert West's Re-Animated Dead. You can check out the Pop Culture Philosophers shop over at Shopify with Dynamic Forces. All that information is down in the description below. You can save 10% at BlackBox Comics when you enter code PCP10 at your cart there. What else? I am all over the place tonight. There's blah, blah. You can support the channel over at patreon.com/PCP. Unlock exclusive content like a downloadable audio file of the weekly comic book review and the weekly pop culture wrap-up hours, sometimes more than hours, before it actually drops here on YouTube. But you can also support us by purchasing a mystery box. That's right, we got PCP mystery boxes now available. We got 10 set for this week. They are $30 each. If you're interested, you can email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. You can also participate in supporting the channel with the Super Chat. We got the Super Chat menu back up. $1 to encourage me to drink water. $5 for a beer cheers. $10 for the Hellboy song. $20, I'll take a shot. $25, I'll eat a fresh jalapeno, and that is back on the menu, boys. And then $50, I'll chug a beer. All that and more can help support the channel, but all the support we need is you being here, participating in the conversation, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that. So before we left, we had $3 super chats encouraging me to drink water, so with the faithful Aquaman glass, we're going to have 3 hefty swigs of water. There you go. Thank you, Helena, Jay, and Jelani, for caring about my hydration. We really do appreciate that. We've been talking about our favorite 80s movies and our favorite Looney Tunes characters, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that. Let me know what you think. All right, what's coming up here at PCP? Tomorrow night, March Madness continues with Don't Torture a Duckling by Lucio Fulci. But before that, and after my show over at the EXP, be sure to check out Total Recall on Scarpad's Sci-Fi Sojourns. And then March Madness continues Saturday night on Dylan's Horror Show when we're unpacking American Psycho. We now pause for station identification. All right, we got Nick from Comic Culture up in the place. What is up, my man? How you doing? Yeah, it is good vibes, man. Twitch says, when was the last Teen Dog Shades night? Feels like ages. Yes, it does, because it was ages ago, but we will be doing one at some point. When? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But we definitely will. Lars says, just another question. How is it that Dark Horse republished John Carter of Mars and Howard Chaykin's adaptation of Fafhrd and the Grey Mouser, originally published by Marvel? Well, just because Marvel has the license to something at the time of publishing, right, doesn't mean that they will always have that license. Like with Conan, right? They lost the license to Conan. That went to Dark Horse. That went back to Marvel, and now it's at Titan, I think, or something like that. So I'm sure it's a licensing issue. Ouroboros Snake says, my favorite Looney Tunes characters are Bugs Bunny and Marvin the Martian. Hell yeah. I've never read that. Fafhrd and the Grey Mouser by Mike Mignola? I'll have to check that out. Writing it down. 'Cause I love Mike Mignola. That's right, Jelani. I'm drinking water. Thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Oh, yeah, Nick, thank you for reminding me. Thursday night is the monthly comic book review show. It's a week early because of the MegaCon excitement, but we got a great show planned for Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Jelani says, watching ducklings get tortured. Fun. I'm still gassy from those 2 jalapenos. A shot. 2 shots. Yeah. And 2 beers. Yeah. We good, though. Here's to y'all. Interfacer in the house. His name is Hellboy. 62 Lefty Blues is in the house. And don't forget, y'all, the Super Chat menu is active tonight. $1 to I'll drink some water. $5 for a beer cheers. $10 for the Hellboy song. $20 to take a shot. $25 I'll eat a fresh jalapeno. And $50 to chug a beer. If you missed the first hour or so, I ate 2 jalapenos. One of them was perfectly fine. One of them slightly started kicking my ass, so... There you go. There you go. All right. What are we doing? Need to get some bacon wrapped around those jalapenos. Not a bad idea, my man. Not a bad idea. All right, so let's go over this again. Tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Central Time, over at the EXP, link in the description below. Check me out over at Dynamic Forces Comic Collectibles. That's right. And then after that, check me on PCP Movie Night, Don't Torture a Duckling at 8 p.m. Central Time. And then the weekly comic book review will be dropping on Tuesday night. And then we've got the monthly comic book review show on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. And then Saturday night, Dylan's Horror Show, American Psycho, and then back here next week for Rockin Robbie Live. We'll be having a grand old time next week, too. Coming up in this hour or so, we still got DC Sneak Peek, Marvel in the 90s, and more. But this show is driven, fueled, if you will, by your questions, your comments, and your concerns. So let me know what you want to talk about. Nick from Comic Culture says, I watched your reviews this morning. We had basically the same review on Berserker. Well, basically meaning like it was fine, but we forgot what had been happening, so we need to rewatch it, right? Or reread it. You know, I believe that reading all 12 issues of Berserker will actually be a quick experience, but I'd like to see how it evens out when you read it all together. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if it will have an even flow. Did he just say making fuck? Huh. All-Star is to Superman as Dark Knight Returns is to Batman. I agree, 100%. All-Star Superman is one of my favorite comic books of all time. Definitely my favorite Superman comic of all time, I would say. All right, y'all. DC's got books out this week. I read them. You want to know what I think? It's time for your DC Sneak Peek. And first up, we're going to be talking about this Milestone 30th Anniversary Special. This is a 96-page comic. It is hefty. It is huge. It is $10, but it is a must for Milestone fans. So what it is there is a main story in here that is the modern Milestone universe crossing over with the OG Milestone universe. And it was cool and it was interesting. I kind of felt lost here and there because I haven't read all that old stuff and I haven't even read all the new stuff, but I thought it was decent. But then there's a story in here, my favorite, in which an adult version of Static meets Batman Beyond. That's right, Terry McGinnis meeting Static. That was great. Had some great artwork as well. Then what else we have? There was let's see. And look at the art on that, right? That's some good stuff right there. Then we got an Icon Forever in the 2010 series Milestone Forever. The future of 93's Milestone universe was established. Now, for the first time, we go beyond that story. That's right. So that's cool. And then we've got a story in here that's like, I think, setting up a new Static, like all ages or young adult book or something like that. But all in all, I thought it was pretty interesting. And if you're a Milestone fan, you definitely need to check it out. Then we got the final Batman One Bad Day one-shot. It's Ra's al Ghul. That's right, it's Ra's al Ghul. Fuck this Raw shit. Anyway, Ra's al Ghul by Tom Taylor and Ivan Reis. Danny Mickey. The artwork in this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Story's okay. It's decent. It's cool. It's got a lot of callbacks to the Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams stuff. It's cool exploration, I guess, on Ra's al Ghul, but it does feel in times a bit rushed. Like, this is, I think, an 80-page story, and it feels like Tom Taylor's not quite comfortable with pacing for that. So it wasn't the best of these, but it wasn't the worst. It was interesting. It was cool. It had great artwork. I liked it overall, but it just felt like the pace was just a little off for me. Then we got Black Adam issue number 9, kicking off the third and final act of this Black Adam 12-issue series from Christopher Priest and Company. Eddie Barrows on the artwork. Artwork is great in this book. Story's solid, but I am lost. I'm lost as hell right now in Black Adam, and it almost makes me want to dip out of it, wait for it to complete, and reread it all together. But Black Adam's still decent. I like where they're going, but the way Priest structures books, if you are not intently focused on them, sometimes you will lose yourself in them, and I've lost myself in that book. Then we got Flash 795. continuing the 1 minute war. This 1 minute war has gone on a bit too long for me. I love what Jeremy Adams has been doing with Flash, but this run just feels like it doesn't have impact, like it doesn't have the oomph factor. Just not quite working for me. The artwork's kind of back and forth too. It's very cartoony, which is fine. And there's some interesting ideas and concepts here, but for the most part, I'm ready for this to wrap up, and I'm ready to see what Cy Spurrier does when he relaunches the title. GCPD, The Blue Wall, issue number 6. This is the final issue. Just throw it all over the place. This was awesome. I thought this was great. This was awesome. I have really loved this book. It has been one of the best written titles at DC for the last 6 months. This does not let up. They completely nail that ending. Great character studies, especially on Renee Montoya. I love Renee Montoya, and the work being done by John Ridley and company here is a very valid and worthy follow-up to the Gotham Central book by Greg Rucka and Ed Brubaker and Michael Lark and others. So if you like the Gotham Central stuff, I think you should check this one out. This has been a treat. That was a great ending. Then we got Nightwing 102. Cool cover right there. A decent enough issue, I guess. I didn't really like the last issue that much because it's kind of following up after Dark Crisis, setting up the Titans to be like the big dogs out there. We know Tom Taylor is doing that as well. It's referencing stuff back that happened several issues ago. I like that. I like picking up those threads. This book was decent. It was all right, but it didn't completely wow me like some of the stuff, especially with art by Bruno Redondo, has really worked. We got Travis Moore on the artwork here, and the artwork is fine. The story is fine. It's decent. It's good. It's just not great. And Nightwing has been great at times, so this was just kind of okay. Then we got Deceased, War of the Undead Gods, number 7, the penultimate issue. Loving this series. Art gets a little inconsistent because there's a couple different artists on here. Yeah, Lucas Meyer joins Trevor Hairsine. His style doesn't mesh very well with Trevor's style, but I still love this book. I love this continuation of this story. It's basically like DC meets Marvel Zombies, but it's got a lot of emotional punch to it and resonance, and I really do like it. And the ending of this one has me very excited for the final issue. Then we got Batman Superman World's Finest, issue number 13. Loved this issue. It's kicking off a new story. These are tales by Mark Waid, Dan Mora, and Tamara Bonvillain that are set a little bit back in the past, more Silver Age influenced, and this one's really cool. They're trying to solve the murder of, who's the dude? Stagg, yeah, Mr. Stagg from a Stagg Industries, Simon Stagg. A lot of Metamorpho stuff in here. If you're not familiar with Metamorpho, you're going to get his full origin. But somebody has murdered Simon Stagg. Batman, Superman, and Robin are on the case. And the way this ends was really exciting. I liked it. I love the artwork. I love the story. And this is a book that felt a bit clunky and overstuffed at first. And it has really ironed itself out. We know this team will be leaving soon to go to Shazam. And I'm excited for them on Shazam, but I kind of want this book to continue. But I love the spotlight on Metamorpho and the mystery involved. Then we got Superman number 2. This is from Joshua Williamson, Juan Campbell. I am loving this run of Superman. So you got this Parasite. Parasite now can like break up into a bunch of little creatures. He's sucking all the energy out of Metropolis, sucking all the energy out of Superman. And Joshua Williamson knows how to make a Superman story utilizing some of his best villains and creating new villains at the same time. There's a new villain that appears for the first time in Superman number 2. The artwork by Juan Campbell is absolutely, or is it Jamal Campbell? It's Jamal Campbell, isn't it? It's totally Jamal Campbell. You know that, Robbie. Yep, Jamal Campbell. I really like this book. 2 issues in, I'm excited. It has that perspective and that dynamic quality that I want out of a Superman book, but it's also respecting the character and the characters around him. I thought that was really solid. Then we finally have the final issue of Swamp Thing Green Hell, issue number 3. Just like I said about issue number 2, artwork feels a bit rushed. Doug Mahnke's been in this industry for a long time. Feels like he was running really late on his deadlines. And these last 2 issues just feel a bit kind of rushed. But there are moments that are absolutely amazing in this book. And the way the story ends was fantastic. It's also a good follow-up to Jeff Lemire's Animal Man run, as well as all the Swamp Thing stuff. But this is a story set in the future. DC Black Label. Use of the format's pretty solid. And it was a very satisfying ending. So to recap, Swamp Thing, Green Hell, very satisfying ending. Superman number 2, really solid continuation of that momentum. Batman Superman World's Finest number 13 slapped. DC's War of the Undead Gods number 7 was awesome. Nightwing 102 was just all right for me. GCPD, The Blue Wall number 6 was excellent. Maybe my favorite DC book of the week. Then we got The Flash, $7.95. I'm over the 1 Minute War. Then we got Black Adam number 9. I'm lost, so I'm not enjoying it as much as I want to, because it is a well-written book, but I am lost in it. The Batman One Bad Day, Ra's al Ghul, it's decent. It's not the worst, but it's not the best of those specials. And the Milestone 30th Anniversary Special. I liked it, found some parts of it confusing. Aside from that, though, it was decent enough. And if you're a Milestone fan, you definitely, absolutely, definitely need to check that out. And that has been your DC Sneak Peek. All right, how's everybody doing? Let's take a look at the Super Chats. Not Super Chats, the regular chats. By the way, we do have the Super Chat menu active tonight. $1 to encourage me to drink some water, $5 for a beer cheers, $10 for a Hellboy song, $20 I'll take a shot, $25 I'll eat a fresh jalapeno, and $50 to see me chug a beer. But all the support we really need is you being here, participating in the conversation, liking and sharing, and subscribing if you haven't already. Don, what is up? Superman, A Man for All Seasons. That was a game changer at the time. I agree. What an absolutely fantastic comic book. Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale. I love it. I have the hardcover right here. Easily accessible. This hardcover is long out of print. But yeah, Superman for All Seasons. Basically, Superman Year 1. It's got a cool slip. Look at that. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? You know it. And yes, this book is awesome. Great origin story for Superman. Amazing artwork. Brilliant coloring. Fantastic writing. If you've never read Superman for All Seasons, you owe it to yourself to do so. For sure. There. Move these DC books over there. PJ says, All-Star Superman is great, but Superman for All Seasons is the greatest Superman story. DC coming out with an absolute version this year. Lost in Comics says, Berserker definitely needs to be reread. Way too much time between issues. Issue 12 will hit better when reread. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Man, I am still burping jalapeno. Nick says, as in, Berserker is good, but the release schedule and me forgetting some details from the last maybe 4 issues hurt my enjoyment of this last issue. Then they added a lot of weird things setting up stuff. Yeah, I agree. Lars says, third question, whatever happened to Undiscovered Country and Crossover? Crossover is in a big delay right now because Donnie Cates had to take some time off. We hope everything's well with him. He should be at MegaCon. He's on the schedule. We'll see what happens. And then Undiscovered Country, I thought just came back recently, didn't it? Did it not? I could be mistaken. Speaking of Undiscovered Country, I wrote a theme song for that. I sang it and sent it to Scott Snyder. Never heard a response. But I'll let you know again that it goes like this. Oh, America, the beautiful land of the free. We closed ourselves off. How could it be? We shut down the borders from sea to shining sea. We're an undiscovered country. Ouroboros Snake says, I want to see Black Adam fight those gods. There's some good artwork in this issue in particular. John says, I know Donny Cates needed a break. He's supposed to be at MegaCon, so maybe he's getting back to it. Yeah, I think so. And he's got some stuff coming up. I think he's working on a book possibly with Greg Capullo. I'll ask him about that when I meet him, if he's there. PJ says, World's Finest is the best DC book right now. Nick says, looking forward to World's Finest. World's Finest is continuing with the same creative team. They must be ahead of themselves. Actually, Dan Mora apparently can meet those deadlines because he was doing Once and Future and World's Finest and Detective Comics. Like, he was doing Detective Comics, then World's Finest. So he was doing 2 books at the same time. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that Superman cover is awesome. And what's up, Dark Purple Gold Roses? Superman #1 was a fun read. I love the setup and the art is fantastic. Hell yeah. Nick says, I didn't see Monarch on your reviews. Are you reading that? I read the first issue. I thought it was okay, but it didn't really quite sell me, so I didn't read issue 2. Did you read it? What did you think? Lost in Comics says, I feel similar with Priest. I probably should read his stuff on the weekends separate from my bulk week reading. It's probably for the best. I don't have that luxury sometimes because I want to get everything read and ready for the weekly comic book review, you know? Interfacer says, now I got the Hellboy song stuck in my head. Well, if anybody wants to hear the Hellboy song, it's a $10 super chat. And there's our super chat menu. Lost in Comics says, so much goodness happening with Superman and action. Just don't feel the need to get invested in Superman Lost. Evil Face Bat says, World's Finest is a must-have as well. Lost in Comics says, burp that acid up. Haha, clean those pipes. You know it. I don't know if I should get the deluxe or the absolute in regards to Superman for All Seasons. That's up to you. Up to you. Up to you. The deluxe editions are easier to handle, but the absolute editions are gorgeous as well. Trade Paper Dad says, Undiscovered Country number 24 drops this week. Jelani's got a shameless plug for the Go Figure. Yeah, you definitely need to check out Go Figure reviews. That's Jelani and Brooks' channel, and they recently had 2 videos with me where we were talking about Sunman. We were talking about Too Bad, some Motu characters in a way. Sunman's kind of a Motu character now. Still burping that stuff up. Ouroboros says, Superman books starring Clark Kent are probably the best at DC right now. Comic Culture says, Monarch 2 was great, I thought. It explored the origin of the boy main character, and it was really heartfelt, I thought. I'm excited for number 3. Hell yeah, then. I'm excited for it, too. Maybe I should pick it up and check it out. Let me write that down. My notes so far are this Fafred Grey Mauser, Crown Royal Apple, and Monarch number 2. Read it. All right. Let's see. What do y'all want to chat about? Let us know in the chats right now. You know, we've done these super chat menus before. I've drinking a lot, doing them, and I've never had a problem. These jalapenos are kind of fucking me up, y'all. Talk about Batman. What do you want me to talk about, Batman? Okay, Batman. Batman's good. Is he overplayed? I'll tell you one thing that's overplayed is how many Batman books there are at DC right now. There's a lot of them, but they're trying to ramp up the Superman content right now, which I'm excited about too, because they know they got James Gunn directing Superman. That's something we can talk about. I want to know, how excited are you that James Gunn has announced that he is indeed writing and directing the new Superman movie, Superman Legacy, set to debut in 2025. I'm excited for that. I'm a James Gunn fan. I need to watch Super. It's one of his only films I haven't seen. But I think it's a good way to launch this new Gunniverse, Gunn Saffronverse, or whatever, right? Is to have him actually have a hand in it. I think that that's a really good idea. So I want to know, what do y'all think about that happening? And I've got to pee, so we're actually going to take our second break. We'll be right back here on Rockin Robbie Live.
quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? Supposed to feel. How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey there, Dynamite fans. Come join us here at the Experience this Monday, March 20th at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's our usual time. The whole gang will be here. Hopefully John doesn't call out again. It's annoying when he does that. But no matter what, it's going to be a great time. We're going to have all your favorite Marvel books, DC, Dynamite, and more. So please come join us. Remember, it's the Experience, March 20th, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's a Monday. Right here. Don't miss it.
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Rockin Robbie Live here on Pop Culture Philosophers. This is a Super Chat menu night. We've been having fun. I've been eating jalapenos, chugging beers, taking shots. I've only had one shot. I tell you what. I got this whole thing of shots made up. I want to take more shots. So let's run through the Super Chat menu one more again. $1 to encourage me to drink some water. $5 for a beer, cheers. $10 for a Hellboy song. $20 to take a shot. $25 I'll eat a fresh jalapeno. And $50 to chug a beer. And I'll tell you what, for the duration of the show, shots are $10 as well. So $10 gets you a Hellboy song and a shot, because I want to take some of these shots, y'all. And yes, Fable, there is not a freestyle option, but I'll tell you this. $10 right now will get you a Hellboy song. I'll take a shot for you, and I'll do a little bit of a freestyle with the Hellboy beat. You know, it is what it is, and we do what we do. When we last left you, we asked, what do you think about James Gunn directing Superman Legacy as well as writing it? I want to know your thoughts. Get them in right now. You see all the links in the description below. Now, one thing I do want to mention, that I don't think I've mentioned quite enough, is that we got a Kickstarter going on with Cullen Bunn. It's H.P. Lovecraft's Re-Animator, The Eternal Lie Part 2. We have almost hit our goal. Our goal is 6,666. Right now, we're at 5,018. Cullen Bunn, Blackie Shepherd, an original Re-Animator story published by Dynamite. And one of the super cool things is that you can choose to get a cover by Blackie Shepherd with me on the cover. I have been drawn by a professional comic book artist onto a comic book cover. It is a dream come true, but it only comes true if we crowdfund that. So what I'm going to do is throw that link in the description, and anybody who wants to help support PCP, that is an excellent way to do it. Right there. But you can also support over at patreon.com/PCP or buying mystery boxes. That's right, mystery boxes are now available. We have $30. That's right, $30 including shipping. If you're interested in a PCP mystery box, email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. It really help our funds for MegaCon. Tomorrow night, we got Don't Torture a Duckling on March Madness. And then March Madness on Saturday at Dylan's Horror Show, we got American Psycho. But before all of that, right after my show at the EXP tomorrow, check out Scarpad Sci-Fi Sojourns as they talk about Total Recall. And once again, there's the Super Chat menu, and $10 now. We're doing a bonus till the end of the show. $10 will get you the Hellboy song, a shot, and a freestyle. So keep that in mind, everybody. All right, so let's take a look at these chats up there. Lars says, one of the best World's Finest series I have read are the Dave Gibbons and Steve Rude. Yeah, those were good. Jay Burns is in the house. What's up, Jay? Our mega producer over at the EXP. Super is awesome. Yeah, I definitely got to watch that one. I remember when it first came out, I was working at Movie Stop, actually. And everybody told me it was good, and I never checked it out. Evil Face Bad says, I'm hyped. Let's just get it done already. It's DC's time. Hell yeah. I agree. Oh, that geek Mark's got to dip out. It's really late for Mark right now. So, yeah, I appreciate you lingering around, bruh. John Stout says, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to what he does with the universe. The combination of animation and live action is interesting to me. Yeah, I do think that's an interesting concept because Marvel does animated stuff, but outside of like What If, they haven't done anything really connected to the MCU, right? So I like the idea that one of DC's big strong points, even the people that didn't like the DC films over the last few years, one of the things they did like was the animated stuff. So it's really cool that DC, who we know does great animated quality, like there's DC animation is some of the best, whether the series or the movies, right? There's just overall very strong, right? A very strong line of animation. Really cool to see James Gunn kind of implement and throw that into the main kind of timeline. I think that's a cool idea. Twitch, you bastard. Todd says, the new Superman has a lot of potential. However, I'm really looking forward to the Swamp Thing movie. I just hope Swamp Thing is R-rated and sticks to Moore's Run as closely as possible. If they don't stick to Moore's Run, they're missing the point of Swamp Thing. 100%, for sure. Those jalapenos are still getting to me, y'all. Oh, my goodness, man. Lars with the fourth question. Are there collections of the Super Sons stories from the 70s? Yes. Are they currently in print and easily orderable for comic shops? I don't know about that one, but it is out there. I think it's called Saga of the Super Sons. But there's a customer of mine named Wen. He's a little bit old school, and he's been reading comics for a very, very long time. Since like the Silver Age for sure. And he always talks about those Super Sons books from that day, from the Bronze Age or whatever. And I've never really gotten to dive into them, but that is the trade that's available. So even if your shop doesn't have it, and even if your shop can't order it, you definitely want to try to check it out maybe somewhere else like Amazon or any other kind of place where you would buy trades. Probably still easily foundable. Just making up words, man. A freestyle should be $69. Well, a good freestyle should be $69. Not the ones I'll deliver. Thank you, Jay. Liking and sharing. We really appreciate it. Robbie, tell me you watched Demon Slayer while totally naked. I have watched the first few episodes of Demon Slayer. I think it's okay, but I haven't watched it in the nude, so maybe that would make a difference. Maybe I should watch it in the nude while rubbing jalapeno juice all over my junk. Maybe that's what I should do. And we got a super chat, $10 from Twitch, taking advantage of the super chat sale going on right now. $10 for the Hellboy song, A Shot. And a little bit of a freestyle. Let's do it. Here's to you, Twitch. We really appreciate the support. Twitch, let me know. Did you get your mystery box yet? I hope you should have. That one had a little bit of ice in it, which I just dropped in the water. I'm going to give you free water, too. So why not, right? Why not? Shots fired, everybody. We really do appreciate the support, bro. I'm trying to find the... yeah, there it is. Hey, yo. Do it. Hey, yo. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it all, destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and I'm not a who. Had a sex with the demon. Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Yeah. Now he fights with the man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with a fire starter named Liz and an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. Tell you, motherfucker, don't you understand? I got a jalapeno right in my hand. I'm gonna throw it down my gullet, and I don't understand what it's gonna do to me tonight. You know, it made me so gassy I could not concentrate when I was doing the DC sneak peek. You know it's overrated. I don't understand why everybody's gotta come around and try to fuck with me. Oh, now you know fine just for today. Ha! Thank you so much, Twitch, for the super chat. We really do appreciate it. Don't forget, everybody, $10 right now will get you the Hellboy song, a freestyle, and I'll take a shot. I don't want these shots to go wasted. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Choco says, finally home with a shot in my hand. Hell yeah. Fable's showing out the links for Dylan's horror show last week. Yesterday, I should say. Which was last week, technically. Depends on how you view Sunday, end of the week or beginning of the week, whatever. As well as the Total Recall show for Scarpad. Are you a fan of the horror movie Feist? Do you mean Feast? I've never seen Feast, but I have Feast 1, 2, and 3, and I've been trying to get Dylan to do those because 62 Lefty Blue sent me those a while ago, and I just need to go ahead and do them myself. Jay Nunya says, James Gunn movies are goofy. Are we going to get a goofy Superman 2? Here's the thing I want to say about that. I have heard this. James Gunn's movies are silly. There's no way he can do a Superman movie. Okay, here's what I will say. James Gunn movies are fun. Why do we not need a fun Superman movie? Why can a Superman movie not have a tone appropriate for Superman, yet still be fun? I think we could do that. Wasn't Richard Donner's Superman movie fun? I think so, right? And James Gunn's able, to me, to be able to carry some heavy weight in some of his works. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 had a lot of weight to it that I thought was excellent, but it was still fun. I think James Gunn knows how to tell a story. I think he knows how to make it fun. I think he knows, for the most part, what fans want, and I think James Gunn's going to do a great job. But we shall see. Figure Drawing says, Demon Slayer is aight. Not top tier whatsoever, but okay. Twitch says, yeah, just check my mailbox at the start of the show and it was there. Station. Hell yeah. Fifth and final question. Did you read any of the DC imprints Paradox? What? What is that? DC Comics Paradox. What is this? Joshua Williamson, Howard Porter. Well, I think this is something different. What are we talking about, Paradox? Paradox, the character? From the Superboy stuff? What are we talking about there? Is that what we're talking about? Damn, not bad at all. Slow clap. Thank you. Jalapenos can make you fart and blow your brains out. Piranha and Helix. I remember Helix. That's where Transmetropolitan first started. And Rachel Pollack had a book there. I can't remember the name of it. I have it, but I can't remember the name of it. The horn at the end is rather lovely. Thank you. I didn't write that, but thank you. Jay says, that's why you're award-winning, boss. Oh, thank you. Den says, I've only read Tom King's Vision and Human Target and loved both. I want to read more, but I hear people are down on a lot of his writing. Is he actually inconsistent or just not everyone's cup of tea? I think he's not just everyone's cup of tea, but I personally think he's a bit inconsistent. Here are the Tom King books that I think are absolutely amazing. The Vision, as you know, Mr. Miracle. I hear good things about Sheriff of Babylon, but I haven't read that one yet. The Omega Men is phenomenal. What else? Human Target just wrapped up. Love it. Strange Adventures is really good. I just didn't like some of the characterization of Adam Strange towards the end of that series. What else is out there? He did work on Grayson. He did his Batman runs. His Batman Catwoman's. His Danger Street right now is pretty solid. Pretty good on Danger Street right now. I didn't like his Killing Time. So for me, it's Vision. It's Omega Men. It's Mr. Miracle. And it's Human Target. And right now I love Danger Street. Evil Face Bad about the Demon Slayer thing says, man, that's the dumbest thing I've heard in a long time. Demon Slayer is fire, fire, fire. Why do you think DC took Adams off the Flash? Why do they need a tonal change for the Flash book? Because they want to boost sales after an anniversary issue with the new #1. They're doing the Dawn of DC. They're rearranging, shifting around some stuff. They get Jeremy Adams going on the Hal Jordan Green Lantern book. And I think Jeremy Adams has done a great job on Flash. But for instance, 1 Minute War is just running. It's just not quite for me. I am rather excited for Cy Spurrier coming on to see what he's going to do. Ouroboros Snake says, I really like Danger Street right now. Jay Burns says, might be an unpopular opinion, but I miss Sideways from DC. I feel that. Jay Nunya says, Tom King is going to ruin Wonder Woman. We'll see. Paradox was the big of and for instance, History of Violence and Road to Perdition. Oh, yeah, I've read History of Violence and Road to Perdition. I like those. I also really like those movies. All right, y'all, believe it or not, Marvel made comics back in the 90s, so now it's time for our favorite segment here. It's time for Marvel in the 90s. And today we're talking about New Mutants 96. That's right, part 5 of the Extinction Agenda. Now, this one is written by Louise Simonson with artwork by Rob Liefeld, but I don't have the original issue. So I'm reading this in a trade paperback collection, and it doesn't really quite say, but it looks mostly like there's either a lot of inkers on here or Rob Liefeld just kind of did layouts. But let's talk about it. So when we last left Extinction Agenda, Wolverine and Psylocke had been captured by a mutate, one of the Genosian mutates. And so that's where we start, and some Genosians are talking about it and whatnot, right? And then we pick back up with Richter and Boom Boom, who are still on the run with Jubilee. Well, there it is right there. Rob Liefeld is credited. I cannot read that. All right, we got 2 different inkers. Yeah, 2 different inkers on Rob Liefeld. He is listed as the penciler. That's where the inconsistencies come from, I think. Maybe also a time crunch. But we got Boom Boom and we got Richter. And they're out there on the run with Jubilee because Wolverine and Psylocke got captured, but Jubilee now is tasked with keeping them safe. I really like that double-page spread right there from Rob Liefeld. He does that really well. Really well. So the magistrates are after them. They're coming across Jubilee. Boom Boom and Richter are depowered, and Boom Boom does not like Jubilee. And those are 2 of my favorite X-Men characters because they were always like, you know, the young eyes on the X-Men, right? And then you got a nice bit right here where another double-page splash. This one didn't quite mash up very well. But even though Richter and Boom Boom are out of their powers, they're still able to kick a little bit of ass. They wind up kicking these magistrates' ass. They get this one mutate who kind of goes along with them on this journey, right? And then we flip back, and Cable and the rest of X-Factor and the rest of the New Mutants or X-Force or whatever, soon to be X-Force, they're there. They're in a separate place. Jubilee's like, we're supposed to go meet up with X-Factor, and Richter's like, no, that's where everybody's getting killed. Do you want to lead the magistrates straight to them, right? And then left foot on the right leg immediately, or where? Oh my God, Rob Liefeld. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. All right, so they're running. Then we cut back to Cable and Beast and the rest of X-Factor. Jean and Scott have a nice little moment. Jean, Scott. They have a nice little moment. They're talking about Havoc there. Havoc has been mind-wiped in some way. He doesn't realize that Scott's his brother. He doesn't remember who he is. Archangel's talking to Cannonball like, yo, they're the ones that did it. We got to take care of it. This is not some of the best Rob Liefeld artwork. Now, we started this New Mutants to look at what it was about Rob Liefeld's artwork that made New Mutants slap so much to lead into something like X-Force. One of the highest-selling Marvel comics of the 90s, right? And it's clunky here. There's an eyeball coming up that we're going to be seeing soon. So then we cut to Cameron Hodge, and he is, in the last issue, he has made Storm a mutate. Here he's getting ready to make Wolfsbane a mutate. The Gene Engineer is about to wipe her mind, completely subjugate her, right? Then we cut back to Jubilee, Boom Boom, and Richter. And they got the mutate there with them, and he's kind of guiding them, right? They wind up going to an apartment so they can find some food. And when they're in this apartment, a magistrate shows up, and they're like, what are you doing here? He's like, this is my apartment, bruh. So Richter completely just, what is going on with that artwork? Yeah. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But Richter starts taking the dude out, and then there's the eyeball. Up there is Wolfsbane with a shaved head. That eyeball is way off. That's one thing I noticed. I didn't notice the left foot thing there, man. Man, Rob Liefeld did that a lot. What is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? But Richter's getting all mad because he's like, dude, they got Rain. They're going to, like, mind wipe her. I love her. We only shared this one kiss. She's kind of freaking out about it. And they're going about their business. But the mutate's there helping them. Now, there are moments here where I do kind of like what Rob Liefeld's doing. But this is, out of all the New Mutant stuff, some of the more clunky stuff. Then we cut back to X-Force and the New Mutants and the X-Men or whatever, because Gambit's there. He's involved. They're like telepathically trying to figure out what's going on. Everybody's there trying to find the kidnapped mutants, right? I really do like this Gambit spread right there. That's a really cool kind of dynamic flow right there. I love the coat. I think it works very, very well. So they're taking out these dudes. Gambit just straight up kills this dude. So Jubilee, Richter, and all this stuff, they're still going. They're eventually going to get caught up. Then we throw back to Cable breaking his back, knocking the shit out of this magistrate. We got a little bit of Sunspot and Forge action going on. So some pretty decent stuff here. And then a body just falls and interrupts Richter and Boom Boom. And we keep cutting back to Cameron Hodge. And then they capture the mutate. But the mutate, even though they're not supposed to have a will of their own, lies to Cameron Hodge about knowing where Boom Boom and Richter and Jubilee are. So we're getting the idea that there is some sense of honor or some sense of individuality coming up in the mutates, right? So it ends, though, with Cameron Hodge, after he's captured Boom Boom, Richter, and Jubilee, showing them, yo, we got Wolfsbane too. And it just seems like it's kind of over. So let's just run through it again real quick. It's an okay issue. It reads decently. It doesn't really lose itself too much, but there is a left foot on a right leg right there on Jubilee. Holy cow. So there you go. He's got the right foot there, at least. So anyway, the artwork's fine. The coloring's okay. It's very kind of like magenta-y, pinky, peachy, which is fine, but it does kind of muddy it up and just kind of not really work now. But the Cable bits kind of work for me, and there's some bits that work. But you got two different inkers here, Art T-Bear and Joe Rubenstein, and they're doing different things. The eyes are wonky. Yeah, this is not Rob Liefeld's best work. I mean, seriously, but it's okay, I guess. It was an all right issue to read. It was decent enough. It was just another chapter in the story, focusing on more of the New Mutants characters, as it should. But it's just kind of there, and it's just kind of okay. You got lots of cool stuff, and my favorite bit in the whole thing is this panel with Cable and that panel with Gambit. In fact, that panel with Gambit might be one of my favorite Gambit images pretty much ever. Can I get that on a t-shirt? That's pretty dope. But lots of overexpression, lots of ridiculousness, and yeah, he got his ass out when you're punching the haymaker. But it's all right. It's decent. Extinction Agenda is overwrought and overbloated so far, and by far, I would say that the best bits have been the X-Men bits by Claremont and Jim Lee. So I had to read this one in my Extinction Agenda trade. This is an old school version of the trade. Yeah, that's totally a left foot on the right leg. That's ridiculous, Rob. He does that. Like when we were talking about the Youngblood stuff, in Youngblood #6, he's got that new character. I can't remember, Colonel Bravo. And like my buddy Kevin Stokes pointed it out to me. He's got like a bandolier on his arm, and then on one page he doesn't, and then one page he has a metal arm, and then he doesn't, and this and that. Rob Liefeld just is balls to the wall, just no underdrawing, just going for it, just doing it. The story's the best part of this. It's not the artwork. Now, Rob Liefeld's artwork in previous issues of New Mutants has been solid. It's got some energy to it. And I think all of his layouts still are decent. And my favorite bit is this Gambit right there. And I'm not necessarily a Gambit fan, but yeah, it's an all right issue. So far, Extinction Agenda has just been okay. Just kind of been okay. It's not what I remember it being. You know, it's not what I remember people kind of thinking of, but at the same time, it doesn't get mentioned as much as, say, Follow the Mutants or Mutant Massacre or even Executioner's Song, right? Or Fatal Attractions or Age of Apocalypse or Onslaught. Extinction Agenda is decent, but it definitely feels like it's going on too long. The story doesn't really quite deserve it, but you're crossing over between 3 books, so I kind of get it, but it's all right. So I'll give this issue a 2. Yeah, I'll give this issue 2 out of 5, you digs, making it one of my least favorites so far of the run. But we're going to continue looking at Extinction Agenda next week when we tackle Marvel in the 90s. All right, y'all, don't forget, we're going to be wrapping up soon, but we do got the Super Chat menu still available, and the shots are 50% off right now. So for $10, you'll get a Hellboy song, a shot, and a little bit of a freestyle. And you know what? Free shot. Let's do it. That's for you, PCP Army, for a great show. Let's take a look at the comments. Man, both Figure Drawing and Damien, Sleepy Reader 666, noticed that immediately. The Big Book of and Helix had one of the not greatest Garth Ennis series. The two miniseries of Bloody Marys and the 90s mainstream Marvel lost me. Okay, I can feel you. I do like a lot of mainstream 90s Marvel stuff, but that was just my bread and butter growing up. Twitch says, everyone knows you got to stick your ass out when throwing a haymaker. Damien says, the layout and paneling is pretty cool, high energy. That's the thing that Rob Liefeld does really well. He's like Kevin Eastman, I think, the same way. Same thing with Frank Miller. Their layouts are where it's at. Now, Frank Miller, artistically, I think is better than all 3 of those guys. Kevin Eastman, I really love his style. A lot of texture, a lot of like grittiness to it, which I really, really like. And then Rob Liefeld has got his moments, but he's inconsistent because I think Rob Liefeld was a dude who had a lot of fame, a lot of success, and he took a lot of shortcuts. I don't think he does underdrawing. I think that's very obvious. I think that his layouts are great. I think he has a very solid sense of dynamism in comic books and the layout and the paneling, like you said. The billion teeth style, absolutely. Fable says, funny, as a kid, none of that stuff bothered me. I actually loved it. Now looking at it, though, yeah. There's a reason why Rob Liefeld's got that reputation, right? But I do like Rob Liefeld. I really do. And he just showed off on Instagram a bunch of pages that he's got for his new Deadpool book, which I think is Batter Blood, and I'm excited. And I want to meet Rob Liefeld so much. Because I really like Rob Liefeld, and I really appreciate what he's brought to the comic book industry over the decades. My favorite Rob Liefeld book, though, might still be his Captain America run, man. I'm just going to say, it's not a popular opinion, but when it comes to Rob Liefeld, there are not many popular opinions. Youngblood number 6, though, is really great. Din 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 Station is a reference to Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, in fact. And now it's time to pause for station identification, since you bring it up. And don't forget about our Super Chat menu, still active right now. $1 to encourage me to drink some water. $5 for a beer cheers. $10 for a Hellboy song and a shot because shots are now on sale. So $10 will get you a Hellboy shot. Wait, a Hellboy song and a shot and a little bit of a freestyle. $25, I'll eat a fresh jalapeno. I'm ready for another one. And $50 to chug a beer. And we do get a Super Chat from Chocos26 who says, what a deal. Thank you so much, brother. Don't worry about being short a cent. We count $9.99. We round up. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nun who had a sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit. Now he fights with the man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with the fire starter named Liz and an ectoplasmic mess named Johann. PPRD. Let me tell you, everybody get on the floor. Everybody come and knock on the door. Don't you know we gonna show you for show, and you don't even know that we going like a pro all night time. What does that even mean? I don't know. I'm just trying not to be obscene and be like fuckish and shit and get shit and shit. I don't know what I'm saying, but do you think of it? Not everything is going to be perfect, but then we try to make it better. In fact, I don't know what we do. Let's get some real spitting. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're taking shots and we're feeling real hot and we're going to the top, and you know we don't stop. We're just rocking all around the clock with Rockin Robbie. Everybody come on, get down. Love that Joker. Oh, we rarely make it to the end of the song, so that's pretty dope. So anyway, thanks so much, Chocos. Here's your shot. Fuck yeah. Station. It is the remix. That's what we do here. All right, show and tell time, everybody. What do we got for show and tell? We got a little bit. First up, we're covering American Psycho and Dylan's Horror Show. I haven't seen it since it first released in theaters. I worked at the movie theater when it released, so I picked this up. It was $5 on Amazon, so I decided to go ahead and pick up American Psycho. That's what we're going to be talking about Saturday night on Dylan's Horror Show. I finally got a copy of Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 54 by Mike Mignola with a Demolition Man. Almost said Demon Slayer. Demolition Man ad on the back. But that is totally... This is from 1993. This is the year that Hellboy debuted. And this is straight up Mike Mignola Hellboy style, but on Batman. Right there. Not there. This is Mike Mignola. I love Mike Mignola, and I'm very excited to break into this soon for DC in the 90s. And, I'm thinking about doing more and more slight content here and there on Instagram and little shorts and stuff like that. So definitely follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Instagram. I got a new light for the studio, y'all. Perfect for Teen Dog Shades nights. Check it out. It's an alien head. But the coolest thing is that it's my preferred colors. Pink and blue, baby. Just matching my background. I got me an alien head that lights up. How fucking cool is that? And I also got this cool power pack that I'm going to need for MegaCon. Don't forget, Rockin Robbie's going to be at MegaCon along with Bueller. It's going to be a super fun time. If you're at MegaCon, be sure to stop by and see me if you see me. And then finally for show and tell, I want to show this off. So my buddy Davey, who y'all know as Faux Robbie from the whole little bit here. Let me remind you who Davey is.
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live.
And he was showing off some of his art. He's a really cool artist. He's a really good artist, and he's developing his style, and it's really cool. But he was showing some stuff, and I saw an image in his sketchbook, and I was like, bruh, I'll give you $5 for that page. So I bought a piece of art from him, maybe the first piece of art he's ever sold, but it was an Iron Man he was trying to do that he was dissatisfied with, right? Dissatisfied with, and you can see his frustration, but I bought it from him, and I asked him to sign it for me, but there it is right there. And I want to frame this and put it up in the studio because I think that's awesome, because I think Davey is a really talented artist, and there is something about this, that lettering, the frustration that you can feel in the X out, and it's actually not as bad as he thought it was. But look at that, y'all. Tell Davey he's a good artist, y'all. Tell Faux Robbie that he's worth it. I named him Faux Robbie. That's right, Steph. You are the one who named him Faux Robbie, and I will always remember that. I'm trying to get him to do more bits, but he won't. Let him know that you want more bits. Timeless Mignola, you're right, 100%. Lars says, being nearly 4 o'clock in the morning here, there are some European creators to check out. Hugo Pratt and his Corto Maltese, I'm familiar with that one. Anything by Christian Mizellarez Valerian? Okay. I was talking about Valerian the other day. Lars, if you're on any of the socials, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, send me a message with a list like that, or on Twitter or anything like that. All right, y'all, we're about to wrap up, so I want to do another shot because I made them. Why not do them? Well, I've learned one thing tonight. I don't know if we're going to do this jalapeno thing again because that kind of threw me off for the first little bit. But anyway, we really appreciate everybody being here. But before we dip out, it's time for your Final Five. All right, and then we're finishing up the 1995 Fleer Ultra set with the Arachnophobias, where they're combining characters. This is Doppelganger with Shocker. It's Doppel Shock. Art by Jean-Pierre Targit. That's actually pretty cool. Doppelganger mixed with Shocker. Then we've got King Carnage. Kingpin mixed with Carnage. That's pretty dope. That's by Tom Kiffin. I like that one. Then we've got Mizari. That's the Lizard and Mysterio. Mizari? That's weird. Mizari? That doesn't really work for me, but it's decent enough, I guess. Then we got the Scavenger, which is Vermin and Vulture. That's actually really cool. That's from Tom Kiffin as well. Then we got the checklist. And looking at the checklist, I don't have any of the Hollow Blast or Clear Clone or Masterpieces. I am missing pretty much all the special ones, but then I have these two. Gold Foil Signature Series. So it's the same cards we've seen, but these ones have a gold foil signature, and that's the Scarlet Spider one. And there's the Mizari one right there. Those are the special editions. And that's all I got. And that's going to wrap up the 95 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man set. We got to figure out what to do for first and final 5 next week. Part of me wants to go back to my Blu-ray collection because it's grown significantly. Grown significantly. You're worth it, Faux Robbie. You really deserve that shot. Thank you. And yes, there it is right there. I bet Faux Robbie doesn't draw feet on the wrong side of the body. No, he doesn't draw feet at all. So there you go. You know what? One more shot. Why not? We're at the end of the show. What's the worst that can happen? All right, y'all. This has been a great show. Super fun. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate you being here, liking, sharing, subscribing, all that jazz. Don't forget, PCP mystery boxes are now available. 10 are available for this week. They are $30, including shipping. They will contain comics, cards, original art from me, fun surprises. If you're interested, email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. Tomorrow night, March Madness continues with Lucio Fulci's Don't Torture a Duckling. But before that and after my show at the EXP, check out Scarpad's Sci-Fi Sojourns as they talk about Total Recall. And then March Madness continues Saturday night on Dylan's Horror Show with American Psycho. And we will be doing the Best Comics of the Month stream this upcoming Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Me, Nick from Comic Culture, Manny should be there, and I believe we have Carrie from Officially Unofficial Geek. Very excited to bring her in. Greg, unfortunately, has a work commitment and will not be able to make it, but we're going to have a great show talking about our favorite books of March so far, because we're going to be a week early, but that's only because I'm at MegaCon. If you're at MegaCon, let me know. All right, y'all. We really do appreciate everything. Y'all are the best station. Pop, pop, boom. I'm Rockin Robbie live. Thanks for watching, y'all. We'll see you this week.
Hey there, Dynamite fans. Come join us here at the Experience this Monday, March 20th at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's our usual time. The whole gang will be here. Hopefully John doesn't call out again. It's annoying when he does that. But no matter what, it's going to be a great time. We're going to have all your favorite Marvel books, DC, Dynamite, and more. So please come join us. Remember, it's the Experience, March 20th, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's a Monday. Right here. Don't miss it.
All right, y'all, it's time for a taste test. So I got this drink from Mike a while ago, and I've been saving it. This is an Duddler. An Duddler? I don't know what the hell this is. I think it's from Britain. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Energy drink? A Coca-Cola? I have no idea. Actually, it looks German. Yeah, it's German. I don't know what the hell this is. But we're going to try it. Because why not? That is so fucking gross. It tastes like the ass of a lemon. Oh, God, that's fucking nasty. The fuck is this? It tastes like the ass of a lemon. It really does. Choco's with $1 for water. Yeah, I need water after that. That's gross as fuck. Let's try it again just in case. All right, the third sip went. That's bad. That's bad. That's gross. That's so gross. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. How's it supposed to feel, PCP Army? How's life supposed to feel? It's supposed to feel good. You're supposed to enjoy yourself. You're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to let it loose. Let it all hang out. This is life to me. We
never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I can change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life.
Yo, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mat like.
Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took a red pill. I know life's short, so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel?
Tell me how it feels, PCP Army.
How's it supposed to feel?
Everybody.
How's it supposed to feel?
Let's break this down, effect. Come on. Yo, they wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but I know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't have no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these dreams I've been chasing. I got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I feel the seeds as I spread with every word that I said. How's it supposed to feel? Get hype.
How's it supposed to feel?
I really like that song. It's kind of like an anthem for me, so that's why I like to do it. So Mike says it's a type of lemonade that can be drank separately or added to a beer. It's really good. I'm glad you like it, brother. This is lemonade? Let me try it again, knowing it's lemonade. It's gross as fuck, bro. So nasty. All right, can be added to beer, huh? Like a shandy. Well, let's try that. What, Mike, like half and half? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's try it the way it's intended, I guess. Maybe in fucking Germany, I don't know. Okay, that's better. It's better with beer. It's way better with beer. All right, that's way better with beer. All right, it's way better with beer. But this is better. Let's do a shot. Monthly comic book review on Thursday. MegaCon coming up. Here you go. Fuck yeah. That's better. What else did I want to say? There was something else I was going to say here in the final post-credits. Don't remember what it was. It's what happens when you're drunk on jalapenos. Sorry. All right. What was I going to say? Oh, Teen Dog Shades Night. April. Teen Dog Shades. April. Look out for Teen Dog Shades in April. All right, y'all. We're really dipping out. Station, thanks for rocking with us, man. Y'all have been great. Y'all are the best. We'll see you next time. Also, next week, Batman Returns. Man, what am I so gassy tonight? What the hell's going on? Perry, thank you for sending me the intros. I'm looking forward to checking them out. Perry, I'm also looking forward to seeing you at MegaCon. You better be there. If you're not there, I'm going to find your ass in Tampa or wherever the hell you are. And we're going to have a good time. So, anyway. Why did I don't know why. I don't know why. Robbie, I just misplaced that comic I was going to send you. It was mixed in some of my others. Just found it tonight. Sending tomorrow. Thank you. Perry, you're going to be at MegaCon. That's awesome. That's awesome. Perry, I don't know what you're doing tomorrow at all. But I got room on Don't Torture a Duckling for tomorrow night. If you have time to watch it and you want to join me and the PCP crew for Don't Torture a Duckling tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, you let me know. You got an invite, man. It's been a while since we've had you on. Love you, Perry. Love you, Mike. Love you, Twitch. Love you, Two Gun. Love everybody here. Yeah, Steph, Summer Shandy style. I used to love that Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. I guess that's a fucking German thing. We like lemonade in the beer. Anyway, we're out. Y'all have a good one. We love you. Don't forget our shows.